Conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Global.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Hello and welcome back to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Keremi. Now, your first step to becoming a millionaire is by changing your relationship with money. Who says go to www.benjaminzuluglobal.com and grab a copy of Millionaire Moves and you will understand what it is that I am talking about. But before then, welcome to the conversation, and today we are talking about money. Our topic is subtle money leaks that are keeping you stuck. That's where we are. Welcome to the conversation.
Yes, and we are calling them money leaks. Money is fluid like liquid, like water, and it can leak away in small cracks, in things that are not loud.
Yes.
They don't even produce sound. You know, when your car is a slow puncher, you don't hear sound. Just realize the pressure has gone down.
Yes.
Money can leak with slow puncher. So we want to talk about those not obvious leaks.
Slowly.
That are not noticeable by outsiders even. You just realize your flat tire. You just realize the pressure has gone down.
Yes.
Sometimes you may notice that your tanks are running out of water and you don't know, even the meter is going around, but there's no tap that is open.
Yes.
You start looking for leaks. So we're talking about a leak that is over time cumulative, but immediately it's not alarming. Okay?
Yes.
Immediately they are not alarming.
Yes.
They don't even look that serious.
Yes. It's little by little.
But over the long haul, they have an overall impact
All right.
on your own financial situation.
Yes.
And the first one is being there for friends and larger family relatives more than you are for your own investments. And when I say being there, I'm saying showing up in soft loans, in bailing people out.
Yes.
And it's not 20,000. It's not even $200.
Yeah.
It's $1, $2, it's
Yes.
$10, it's 20. People, when people ask soft loans, they don't ask for alarming amount.
Yes.
It's an amount that it's not alarming.
Money you feel you can afford.
Yes.
Here and there. Yeah.
And when you're the kind of person who keeps the cash, petty cash around, it's easy to just send.
Yeah.
It's just send. They usually promise to repay, but they don't repay.
Yes.
Or they repay, borrow again, borrow again. Normally, what I'm alerting you here is I give you a little bit of philosophical background about to become a custodian, a good custodian over your small finances,
Yes.
particularly in first stage of wealth creation. What you need to remember is that friendship and family is very emotional. It's people you care for.
Yes.
It's people you talk and you laugh, you wish each other well.
Yes.
It is more natural to give than to hold back.
Yes.
So we are not saying that you shouldn't give. We are saying it is when the giving has become detrimental and unhealthy, you're actually enabling the other person to live with their poor financial manners by compensating for their poor planning.
Yes.
And every need of theirs is an emergency because they don't foresee and plan ahead.
Yeah.
And they say have an emergency. Even pregnancy is emergency.
And it has been there for 9 months.
Emergency,
Yeah.
everything emergency. And it's not like they were prepared and they were overwhelmed. You know,
Yes.
sometimes you can prepare, then the things get
Yes,
out of hand.
yeah.
But some people generally don't prepare. We have not eaten this morning, and this night we have not eaten, we have not eaten. Even meals are not planned. And those people plan poorly are usually the ones who have many children, many responsibilities, many places.
Yes.
They create a life that is so needy with so poor plan
Yeah.
because they are reactionary. So this is a philosophy I want you to understand.
Yes.
What matters most in wealth creation is not the money you create, it's the person you create in order to get that kind of money.
The person you create.
The person you become in order to get that kind of money is the most important outcome. It's not the cash.
Oh yeah. True.
I want you to set a financial goal that will force you to change in order to achieve it. I want you not to look for some money that you can save leisurely. I want you to look for money that you cannot save leisurely.
Yeah.
That will change you to acquire it.
Yes.
Because that change is permanent.
Yeah.
Getting the first million is very hard because it forces you to change.
Yes.
The second million is easy because you're already a millionaire.
Yes.
You're already a different person.
Yeah. You're already getting used to this.
In fact, you have developed virtues that make money stay. And one thing that makes money stay is keenness with the coins, not the bills, not the big. It's those small monies
All right.
that teach you detail management.
Yeah.
That point something. And you're not talking about obsession over tiny monies.
Yeah.
You're just saying you don't despise the small money that it trickles. In fact, there are 3 levels of wealth creation. Okay, so the first level is when you use your muscles to make money. Whenever you use your muscles to make money, you're on the first level, and it's usually the heaviest tax.
Yes.
Usually takes a third. You're taxed like a third,
Yes.
taken away by the taxman, like almost 30%.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever you use your muscles to make money, you're on level 1, and it is the heaviest. The pay slip is the heaviest tax thing on the earth.
Yeah, sure. People are working so hard only to go home with peanuts.
Because sometimes the guy paying you is also the taxman.
Yes.
He's a government. It won't get to you.
Yes.
They'll pinch it
Yeah.
before it arrives. You know,
Yeah.
they also ask for deductions from whatever.
Yeah.
The second level, when you're on muscles, when you're selling time for money, you're on the hardest level of life. You toil, you sweat, you slave for the money. That's the first level. We all must start somewhere. If you are lucky to have parents who lift the ground, you can start up there.
Yes.
The second level is when you use your money to create money, investments.
Yes.
That one usually taxed like 15%, 10%. It's usually not taxed that heavily. VAT, 16%.
Yes.
Many times, you know, it's less taxed. Those are investments. Those are businesses where you have employed people, where you're not the one hands-on.
Yes.
That is the second level many people are, and they usually settle. But it's also risky. That level is too it needs you. When you stop managing it,
Yes.
thieves come, the momentum goes away. The third level is when you use your mind to make money. Come from muscles to money to mind. So when you use mind, we are using leverage. Leverage is when you just buy a portion of a certain company where you calculate which one is as advantageous. You invest there. You can get strategic stocks.
Yeah.
So mind is when you use calculations, leverage, future projections. You're using money in a more strategic way rather than just trading.
Oh, yes.
All right?
I get it.
You may not even hire people at this point. Just get a person who needs funding. They can do everything. All they needed is funding.
Yes.
You fund them, you
Yes.
calculate, get your money back with the profits, move to the next. So the third level is precious stone gatherer. All wealth creation is like the collector of precious stones.
Okay. Yes.
They just have a sniffing skill
Yes.
to dig, check what's that, check the value, put it in a
Yeah.
basket. This one is not worth. They just imagine the collector of precious
Yes.
stones. You see them moving around with their thing, checking. They have trained over many years
Yes.
to know what's worth. You start that without training, you carry useless rocks. And you leave the ones that are valuable. You break your back
Yes.
and you get nothing.
Yeah.
So these are just rocks. Go and build with them. This
Yes.
is, this is
And think everything stone is okay.
But in fact, when you reach that level, because we train people about wealth creation, when you're trying to graduate you from using money to using mind, we always tell you now, look for your wealth persona. Wealth persona is the path of money creation that is natural to you.
Okay.
Somebody can be a very good investor, capital investor, real estate.
Yes.
You should have a knack in the area you choose. You should have a knack. Somebody could just have a knack in agriculture. They just sniff. You know this direction?
Yeah.
It will open up. And they set their nets.
Yes.
They set their nets.
Yes.
Do you know money comes in waves? When you use mind, you know money comes in waves. And you only need to catch one wave in 10 years, another
Yes.
wave.
Yes.
And you are because the wave stays for 5 years,
Yes.
then goes down. If you are foolish, you remain there and you lose what you have gained.
Yes.
So because we're using the mind now, we're using skills, mastery. I'm just using the mind to say that by that time you've been graduated to mastery. There's a pilot of normal aircraft, then there's a fighter pilot. The pilot of normal aircraft does not train too much of somersaults.
Yes.
And flip-flops and dogfights.
Yes.
So when they train fighter aircraft,
Yeah.
now they're training wealth creation. After you learn how to drive a normal aircraft that is usually looking upside, if it ever looks upside down, they're still training what you can do, but it's not a day-to-day occurrence.
Yes.
Usually take off and land. You can deal with some shakes, storms,
Yes.
but the fighter pilot is routine. They need to do flip-flops,
Yeah.
dogfights.
Yes.
It's a shoot to kill.
Yes.
It's a situation. They hardly drive upright. So wealth creation is that zigzag. It's not straightforward. It's competition. It's stiff. It's unpredictable. And Warren Buffett said many people think they want to buy stocks when everybody is interested. That's the worst time to buy stocks. He said that's the worst time to buy when everybody is interested.
Oh, okay.
This inflated prices due to demand. It's even a very superficial demand. The prices go up, nothing, because many of you want
Yeah.
it. It's not even because of future of the company. It's because all of you want it.
And what goes out there, and you all want to fit in there.
Yes.
Yes.
So the best time to buy is when nobody is looking. That's when the real factors are in play.
All right.
Look at the time when they're not trumpeting. If they start passing around trumpeting their share, hold back.
Yes.
Just look when they are grinding on a day-to-day. That's a realistic picture. Decide the companies you want to buy for during normal business.
Oh, yes.
Don't wait for hype, because hype will create artificial demand.
Yes. Yeah.
He said, if you want to buy companies as well, and they're struggling, they're already saying, we are looking to sell. Go to them during the struggle and see the real opportunity.
Yes.
Usually buy companies when it was a management problem. If it is just the market that has already expired, don't bother buying that company, it will still go down. We buy companies that you can change direction, tweak a few things, and it becomes profitable. Don't want your money to go down.
Yes.
Usually, many times they buy and retain the guys who sold it. Just show them another direction to go.
Okay.
They just pay you
Yes.
and retain you. I want you to know this. There are levels. And the levels of wealth creation, one of the fundamental I want to teach you to lift from the ground. I listed the 3 levels to warn you. If you don't understand what we are talking today, you will never lift from the ground.
Okay.
The level where we use muscles to make money, every coin you sweat for it. Every bill came from your hands. There's usually no leverage.
Yeah.
There's usually no streams of income. You try to start something, by the side it becomes a struggle, and you call it side hustle, just sweats you more.
Yes.
You're employing disinterested people, incompetent people, are just looking to eat you.
Yeah.
Your money goes down.
Yes.
You buy a motorbike for somebody to drive. You buy a tuk-tuk, just is left in the forest. Somebody steals the tires.
Yeah.
So this level we are at is where you are very close to your relatives. Is where you're very close to friends who live hand to mouth, paycheck to paycheck. I just wanted to explain that, to warn you that of the 3, in agriculture you say soil catena. Soil catena is when you just categorize.
Yes.
The soil that is agriculturally productive is one on the top.
Yes.
This one is for root anchoring. This one for minerals and
Yes,
rocks.
yeah.
So you are at the hardest level,
Yes.
and the level where the taxman took a lot of your money. People who are not salaried forget that they pay tax when they go to the supermarket, when they buy anything. Kenyans are careless with looking at politicians, because they forget that that's their money.
Yeah.
When you buy a loaf of bread, when you buy airtime, buy anything, you're paying tax. Do you remember these people are talking about your money? Anytime they're talking about billions.
Yeah.
It's your money. It's not a gift they're bringing you.
True.
It's your money. So just because your salary does not mean you sit back. Just listen. Many things you're paying, you already added the tax there. So we are saying the level you are at is already hard, because the taxman took a chunk, like a third of it.
Yeah.
And number 2 is that you're paying by time. You're selling your life for it. And number 3 is that your responsibilities are usually almost close to your level of income. Many people live on 80% of their income.
Yeah.
That's why they're condemned. They don't come up. The money that reached their account was only 70%.
Yeah.
Of that 70%, they live on 80% of that.
On 80% of the 70%.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So just imagine a well-paid, 100K is a lot.
Yes.
It's not even the average.
Yeah.
But let's take 100K. If this person 100K and only 70 reach their account, assuming they don't have loans, because they're always being lured into loans,
Yes.
high interest loans, and long running. If 70 reach there, they only have now 80%, 56%, 56K, again, to pay bills. They're living, then they have only narrow. So I'm warning you against small leaks because you think they are small. Yet the money you have to deal with when you're on level 1 is usually very tiny. It's usually very small, and should your car require repairs, should insurance for anything become due, it goes away of it.
Yeah.
Just warning that you may think this is a small amount because you think you're earning a lot.
Yes.
But if you're on level 1, you usually don't have a lot of leeway. I want you to stop lending people small monies because that's the only extra we have to climb to level 2. Level 2 of wealthy investment is when you use money to make money. We need to save up this 14,000, 10,000. You save obsessively. You must be obsessed with the idea of getting out of being broke and poverty and small. You must be obsessed with it. It does not happen naturally. Wealth is unnatural. Hey, poverty is natural. If you just sit, gravity itself will take you there.
Yes.
Building is unnatural. Collapsing is natural. If you just leave it there, nature itself will bring it down.
Just relax and boom, you're down.
It will bring it down.
Yes.
So you must intentionally build.
Yes.
Wealth looks like a story, multi-story building. It requires strategy, planning, effort, foresight. It's against gravity.
So,
just remember that.
Yes.
Weeds grow by themselves. Crops need to be cultivated, taken care of. Pesticides. The weed is growing itself all the way to fruition, and nobody's bothering it.
No
but your crop. That's how life is.
You even struggle to uproot it.
Yes. In the same place your crop won't grow. Another day is there flourishing.
Yes.
So that's how life is. Weeds like money eaters and borrowers and spenders and bad habits grow by themselves. They infect all over. Next time you go by midpoint on Fridays, see how men are packed. Vehicles have no parking in midpoint on weekends. No parking. You think there's a meeting here?
Yes.
People are escaping jobs they don't like. They go to do things they don't like. To make money to come and relieve themselves from the stress of doing things they don't like. So if they can go back and do things they don't like, to get money, come and relieve themselves.
And relieve themselves again. Oh my, it's a cycle.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Vicious cycle. Because when you are choosing a degree, did your dad ask you, what's your heart? What do you feel, our daughter? Tell us how our parents were not asking what you feel.
Yes.
It was about what sells, what has a market, what will make you money, what is popular.
Yeah, you'd even give ideas and then they tell you, no, your uncle said you
CPA.
Yes. Teaching.
The uncle who is rich. Say it.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes they go out of their way to even change you when you already arrived at the university.
Yeah.
They go out of their way. Because they mean well, but they mislead you while they mean well.
Yes.
So that's why this crop of us, many of us are in places we are fixed, not places we laugh. And we are not working to change. We just frustrated. We can't do it. We are holding for Friday, 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Run.
If you always have to escape your job, you can never grow into wealth out of it. That's not a wealth portfolio. Wealth portfolio is what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
What you enjoy doing. You know, because all things have resistance. Steve Jobs, you said, to be successful entrepreneur, you need to love what you're doing because the difficulties are incredibly many. And in order to endure them, you really must have a hunger and an enjoyment and fulfillment. But just overcoming the difficulty feels, cool, let me take another one. Cool, let me take another one.
Yes.
Cool. You know, to be Cristiano Ronaldo is very hard. People go to training, then they realize he arrives at the training pitch so early, impossibly early. And that's why he is a superstar.
Yes.
Lionel Messi never stops playing. It's difficult, but he enjoys the difficulty he finds.
Yes.
You know,
it's something he enjoys
everything that brings wealth, prosperity will have difficulties. You need to love it that much to overcome the difficulties. So one reason you're not growing any is because you are so pained by your work. You need painkillers. You need expensive relief.
Yes.
You have to spend what you earn in there.
Go sit somewhere, relax, spend.
You take, you drink, you comfort, eat, you go to. And it's not the healthy leisure. We're talking about having to relieve yourself from the suffering of doing what is not natural to you.
Yes.
You know, I want you to stop giving money to every function, sending people to everybody who's begging you, having so much pity, and being so needy and being called the first cousin. Some people give you superficial positions just to
Yes.
use you. Being called the one
Yeah.
who is dependable. You're being called big names
Yes.
because you're the one dependable in Nairobi. All your relatives are already in your
Yes.
house. You have to give them fare here, buy food for them, shop a little bit here because you are. Some people always have a guest in their home. People always have a relative. People always somebody staying in. Somebody
Yes.
coming over. So you're always shopping, more shopping, and you don't see the leak. The leak. I want you to stop those leaks and become a bad person. Go and become a bad person now.
Yes.
Stop taking everybody in.
Yeah.
There's a time to gather stones, a time to scatter stones. There's a time to embrace, time to refrain from embracing. There's a time to love, there's a time to hate.
Yes.
I'm quoting Ecclesiastes directly that those seasons in your life are needed. I want you to stop gathering people now around your money area. I want you to stop pleasing people. I want you to stop bringing people too close to your money area. Become more self-caring now. I want you to take those small stones. That's how we shall go to the next level. Because actually the next level, there's a time we were talking about 10%. We'll say if you just set aside 10%, imagine usually enough to take you to the next level, 10%.
10%.
Yes. If you set aside 10% for investments,
Yes.
because on this level we usually consume 80%. It's very hard to live on lesser because the cost of living is high. You depend on rentals sometimes. You know, before you can build your home, before you can get cars, this level is usually hard.
Yes.
Except if your parents already set you up. The way we should set up our children.
Yeah.
To avoid this level that is so crowded, so painful, so strenuous, so hard.
Yeah.
The cash flow is so slow.
Yeah.
And the pain is so hard.
Yes.
So we are saying, I want you to take it more seriously regarding that your margin for moving out of poverty is that small. And every time you deduct anything, you think it's only 1,000, but it could already be 10 or 20% of all that you had to spare
Oh, yes.
for investment.
all of it.
Yes.
Yes.
That amount you think, we just stop that. Think.
Yeah.
There's a time to gather stones, there's time to scatter stones.
Yeah.
Stop taking up people's responsibilities. We are not saying you cannot help, but you know habitual borrowers.
Yes, yes.
You know habitual wanderers
Yes.
who want to pitch at your house 1 week, go to another house 1 week. Who don't want to spend
They don't
going up
expensive.
country. Yes.
Yes.
They just want to come and put up. We have short-term holiday homes. Let them go to those. You don't have now to become the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Let people go get. The second small leak is spending without a prior planned budget. Many people plan when the money comes.
Yes.
When money comes, emotions are high, demands are all over, priorities are very hard to list. And everything that can be bought starts screaming. Everybody who is in problems starts texting you.
Yes.
Everything that is hanging starts talking. It's very hard to plan before you get money. It takes a lot of forethought, discipline, and even faith. Sometimes you're not sure about the money, but you need to plan for it.
Yes.
This is the one skill that will parachute you quickly from the level you are at of muscles
Yes.
to money.
Yes.
Muscles is when you are saving up, and then after you save up, you already set priorities for what you need to build on now. Sylvia, picture this. You can only save 20,000 per month, you combined with your husband. Just imagine that level. And there's a plot you want for 2 million.
I'm imagining the duration now we need to save. Yes.
Because after 5 months, you have 100,000. In a year, you have 240. You're trying to save.
Yes.
So, if you only can spare 20,000 per month,
Yes.
and that plot you like to start your first investment,
Yeah.
let's say the plot together is a small structure, is the 2 million. The plot is 600, and then a small structure for made of iron sheets and this and the semi-temporary. It is in demand there.
Yes.
You can sell houses for 3K. That's something you have sized up.
Yeah.
The whole thing is 2 million.
Yes.
That's something you can do in 3 years, going slowly. But 20 years is a very volatile money because it's very small. It's very easy for someone to just appear and borrow it.
Yes.
It's very easy for a problem to appear
20.
and you take somebody to hospital.
Yes.
It's very easy.
Yes.
The amount you are using to do your first development is usually very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because it's not big. You think, we can do next time, no problem.
Yeah.
Many people, that's why they never lift. They don't set priorities ahead because even the money they're planning for is not even big. Another problem is couples don't agree. They don't know how to keep secrets. So they diverge.
Yeah.
They inform somebody who takes advantage and it is scattered.
Oh no. Yeah. True.
Sometimes your partner's weaknesses keep you stuck. But because they're not loud, you keep condoning them.
Yes.
Condoning. And this person who just can't keep quiet. You know, we are building this thing. They also want to brag to some friends that they too are not somebody's mom.
Yes.
Can you keep quiet with a project for 3 years? That's the test of growth. That's why many people don't grow. From your mother, and I'm talking about everybody.
Yes.
Just you and your partner.
Yes. Especially our mothers. Oh my.
Women and their mothers.
There's just something that takes us there.
You know,
and we start pouring everything.
You know,
Yeah.
can you incubate something that is growing so slowly at the rate of 20,000 a month, and all of it needs 2 million?
Yes.
At that time, both of you are very small and you're aware of it.
Yes.
Even after we squeeze everything, all we can save is 20. Praying God, nothing else comes up.
Yeah. Because it comes, that's all you have. It goes.
You know?
Yeah.
You're living on tight.
Yeah.
But you're holding on to dreams and your faith and unity. Building a goal like that with such hard circumstances, it's a love language. It bonds you together.
Yes.
It makes you have a conspiracy against the world. It gives you fulfillment that you are that strong as a team. That you will surprise the world. When you finally finish that, then it is independently giving you 15,000. It's just 5 units.
Yes.
Give you 15,000 per month.
Yes.
Now, you can consider an extension there.
Yeah.
And because your 20 plus the 15 is at 5, you can do something faster now.
Yeah.
Now that one gives another 15. Now collectively we have 50.
Yeah.
Now, and in 10 years, people are saying, you guys, you're saying you collect 500,000. How
do you do
how
that?
we
How
know
did
your
you do
jobs?
that?
Where, how?
We know your job.
Yes, people know your income. Your colleagues know because you share job group.
You're like, she just answered.
You know, even less than me. I'm even ahead of her. And people are saying, you know, children have gone to school, we are broke. Your children have gone to school and you are richer.
Yeah.
People are wondering, aren't you paying school fees? You're not borrowing? No, we've been doing something.
Yes.
And we are okay. Let me tell you, many people know about education policy. And there's no problem paying education policy. But many of them don't know that the ones you are giving are just going to invest. And giving you a small portion of what they invested. There's no miracle when you give the insurance companies your money.
Yeah.
Just asking them to invest and give you a portion.
Yes. Yes. I was thinking about it the other day.
There's no miracle.
The logic in that.
There's no miracle. Simply, they just take it, go buy things, build it, I'm telling you. And as long as you have signed away a block of years, they can go all out.
Yeah. Do business with your money.
Yes, yes. Go all out, give you a small portion of what they make. You can give them, we are not saying you can, but that should not be the only plan for your future.
Yes.
That should not be the only plan for your future. In fact, you better start with this plan. It's risky, but it pays off.
Yes.
Because you get to see something grow and move and move.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when you see people having skyscrapers, you think it started skyscrapers. People started with tiny things.
Yes.
It's the discipline. I told you to set a goal that will change you to achieve it. When you've learned to respect 20,000,
Yeah.
although the goal is 10 times, 20 times,
Yeah.
you know, 2 million, you need 100 times of the 20,000. When shall we ever get there?
Yes.
It's
but when
discouraging.
you're focused, you can get
It's
there.
discouraging.
Yes. You first start thinking of the duration. How long? How
But you
far?
say, do I have an option? Thank you very much. Let me just move like a tortoise.
With my face.
And I'll get there.
Yeah.
Because I know as I get there, my strides will grow. My strides will grow.
Yeah.
And by the time I'm retiring, handing over to my children, it will be multi-million.
Yes.
From the sycamore seed that was so small.
Yes.
But it taught me the patience of growing.
Yes.
Any mother who has nurtured pregnancy, they can tell you if they are connected, that's how life is. From a tiny thing, just changing your moods, it's not even visible. You already know it's there. The world doesn't know, but you're confident. You start buying different clothes, preparing some things.
Yes.
You're talking different language.
Yeah, looking for space.
you know, studying different. What should eat when you are.
Yes, for someone you haven't met yet.
You know. And then you start imagining buying clothes, talking to them, you know, just feeling it. And the journey of a couple that is expecting something the world can't see yet, the one can't appreciate yet, is just so wonderful because it's between them. The world doesn't care. It's between them. It's between them. It's the journey. That's how you incubate assets. We incubate wealth. It's between us. We know why we want it. We know why we are journeying towards it. So just to tell you, this habit of waiting the money to come, the new budget will never allow the small margin 20,000 to be sent to the investment. You should set your priorities early and be rigid. Early and become rigid. That always goes there. When somebody comes, please, we have no money. And we are talking same language. We have no money.
We have no money.
We have no money. And it is true. We have no money for that.
We have no money.
We have no money for that. But you guys are working, both of you are working, you have salaries. We have no money. You don't explain. But if the money is hitting the accounts that you plan, it will never go. Are you getting the difference? For you to save 20,000 100 times.
100 times. It sounds a lot.
Hoping a miracle will appear. You know, sometimes a promotion comes. But for you to be ready to go that journey, it takes that long. Usually, you don't end up going that slow. Other things will help you. Just that discipline, but just growing the discipline. You start thinking, oh, we keep 3 chicken. Check whether 3 chicken. Okay. By the way, can you give us? Have you also tried this? You have known there's no money there. All of it is gone. So let me stretch here too. So I'm just telling you, when you don't plan ahead, life conspires to scatter your money every time it arrives. It just conspires. But a budget is a way to tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. You tell your money where to go ahead instead of wondering where it went. This ability said the money they get from running usually is faster than the runner. They said you get the money and then it runs ahead. It just goes away. So it's like, if you're an athlete, be careful. Your money is more athletic. He was referring to the lifestyle, you know, the pomp, the international fame, and all that. And somebody said, I've been planning to go on a trip, but my money seems to have gone ahead of me. So, money grows wings, but when you have a budget, it tells us where to fly to. It will still go, but please go this way.
It will still go.
Just telling you. God was this thing. So budget is your way. And somebody said savings is a way to provide for tomorrow's needs today. But investments is a way to provide for tomorrow's earnings today. When you save, you're providing tomorrow's needs. When you invest, you are providing tomorrow's earnings.
Today.
So you are actually making salaries from other sources to pop up from other places. That's how eventually you will take off. If you don't lift yourself from the muscle level, if you're just consuming whatever is extra, budgeting once the money comes, going by impulse, going with the most pressing needs. And I hope you know the most urgent needs are usually the least important. The most pressing things are usually not important. They just poor planning. Somebody didn't think ahead. Something that is not that is even dispensable. So don't let money sit. Tell it where to go before it arrives. When you tell it where to go, your priorities remain clear.
Oh my goodness, a lot of wisdom in that. And I was thinking about Millionaire Moves and the Mastery book. Those books are carrying a lot of wisdom. I believe everyone out there should purchase these books and get this wisdom shared with you.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zone.